Vladimir and Vanya, House, Home, and Patience, all in their time have strutted their mortality across this Kenyan stage, and Shirley Strom was there watching the performance. And almost 30 years later, she's still here recording the antics of the present generation of the Pump House gang. This is Beauty, only 3 weeks old and the newest member of the troupe. Beauty's mother is Deborah. And then there's Beauty's granny, Dulcinea, whose 23 years of life have been followed almost daily by Shirley.
Give her an orange.
I've called it a soap opera many times. You have the same cast of characters. Each day there's some new drama.
Works better.
No, we don't.
Among the females and their families, rank in baboon society is all important. It's not that different from the rigid British class system of old. You are what you were born to be. Beauty's mother Deborah has high rank, and that means Beauty does too. But it's something that has to be learned. And if you're just a lonely little creature, you soon realize you have to give way to anyone higher up the ladder. You don't doff your cap, you just skedaddle. In baboon talk, you are displaced. Even within the family, you can very quickly learn to know your place. Beauty is the newborn, the apple of her mother's eye, and Becca, Beauty's older sister, has still to learn a very painful lesson. In baboon society, the youngest have a higher rank than their elder siblings, which basically means that Becca has to quietly take whatever her little sister Beauty dishes out. Generally, knowing your place means baboons are very careful about invading other baboons' space. And on approach, there's greetings that say, "I'm your friend," or "I come in peace." These greetings take the form of lip smacks, or casual howdy-doos called presents, that to human eyes may look a little risque, but nevertheless seem to do the trick. And when it comes to cementing a relationship, what better way than by a little light grooming with a potential ally? It's not just parasites they're after, though. It's acceptance and commitment.
Gotta go cook those.
Touch is very important in establishing bonds. Also, grooming allows you to violate the personal space of another animal. So grooming is a way that permission is asked to be close. So these young females are grooming the mother in order to be close to the baby, and then they'll stop grooming for a while and go over.
Nelson here looks like everybody's favorite uncle. He grooms Beauty and provides her with protection. But of course, there's got to be something in it for him as well.
No, sorry.
So by grooming, he begins to form a bond, and the infant starts to feel about him that he's not a frightening big male. That means later they'll have friendship, and then Nelson will be able to use Beauty as a passport or an agonistic buffering.
So when a male baboon is threatened and wants to prevent a fight, using an infant as a shield comes in quite handy. But now it's time to eat, and the troop is set to move. But where and how does a troop of a couple of dozen baboons decide where to go?
Right now we're having a bit of negotiation about where the troop is going to go. It's fairly spread out. There are some animals down at the bottom who want to go in that direction. There are some animals down here we want to go in that direction.
Well, eat it.
And our key animal, Dulcinea,
Gone.
is sitting up there. And really, where she decides to go will have the major influence on whether they're going to go that way or that way.
Get the thing of milk on it.
In the end, it's Dulcinea, with her age and
watch the
experience,
baboons.
who casts the deciding vote. Over the years, she's proved to the troop that her judgment can be trusted. And in baboon society, when it comes to filling bellies, that counts for a lot.
Don't. The baboon.
She's trying.
All right.
This adult male demonstrates his ingenuity and dexterity by removing the nasty bits of a prickly pear cactus before dining on one of his favorite fruits.
You want it?
No.
Why? Sit down. Go over and watch the thing.
Dulcinea
sit down.
has spent
Go watch the movie.
15 years here at Chololo and is
Watch the
witnessed
baboon.
success of what everyone said could not be done.
No, you sit down, baby.
Shirley Strong continues her vigil, spending many hours in close proximity to the Pump House gang, seldom interfering, watching their lives unfold in as dispassionate a way as possible.
It still is a thrill to be out with them each time, even after all these years. Their play is funny, their dramas are sometimes tragic. I can laugh, I can cry. Of course I'm attached to the baboons. I'm a primate, and all primates form emotional bonds through proximity. And after 27 years, I think I've spent more time sitting close to these baboons than I spent with my own family. When I first came to look at baboons, I had been trained to not make any human-like interpretations, no anthropomorphic projections about what they thought, what they felt, and even about their behavior. But after watching for all these years, it's very clear that in some aspects, especially their social behavior and their social relationships, they are very human. I also begin to look at the world through baboon spectacles. So when I look at that tree, I think, there's something good there to eat for baboons.
Seeing the world through baboon spectacles also presented Shirley with some intriguing insights into human behavior when she returned to California.
It was a real shock when I got back, because having spent all that time looking at baboons who have nonverbal communication, I was suddenly looking at the nonverbal communication that humans put out. Unfortunately for most humans, what they say and what they emote are often in conflict, so I felt like I was looking into people's souls and I knew they were telling me a lie. So in order to survive in human society, I had to turn that part off.
Shirley Strong's work goes on apace, even after almost 30 years. With each day in the field, she continues to gain valuable new insights into the mystifying yet fascinating world of a fellow primate.
Their wings to circuit
You see, where you going with your dress?
They're flapping away, and maybe it's nest bait that gave it a little flap at the wrong time, or maybe just caught it and kind of just fell out of the nest.
That one is pretty.
It was on the ground.
About to fall. Look here, Miss Purdy.
Okay, you're being good.
It's my baby in this pretty
After
dress.
Ken has given the bird the
In her
once,
pretty
has
dress.
assessed its condition,
She
blood
got a
samples are
pretty
taken
dress.
to
What
the
you gonna hide in your pretty dress?
and then sent on to the Canadian Wildlife Service. for
You hiding away
analysis.
from Papa in your pretty dress.
As well as being weak and dehydrated, the eaglet, not surprisingly, is in a state
Your
of shock.
Papa baby.
Ken reckons that the bird will need several days.
Babies? The babies are in your
The
bed.
Lord was with him, and that the Lord made all that he did to prosper in his hand. And Joseph found great, and he served him. And he made him overseer over his house, and all that he had he put into his hand. And it came to pass, from the time that he had made him overseer in his house and over all that he had, that the Lord blessed the Egyptian's house for Joseph's sake. And the blessing of the Lord was upon all that he had in the house and in the field. And he left all that he had in Joseph's hand. He knew not
John.
what he had save the bread.
What you doing? What's your plan?
Joseph
Basketball.
was a goodly person and well favored.
Basketball. What in the world you want that for?
It's
But his
good.
master's wife cast her eyes
I
upon
just
Joseph.
exited.
She said,
Oh, yippee!
"Lie
I
with
can
him."
tell you a story.
But he refused.
Get over in the
to
chair and
tell
put this
his
thing over on the
master,
floor.
"Behold, my master wotteth not what is with me in the house, and he hath committed all that he hath to my hand.
I'm gonna close
There
it
is
for
none
you.
greater in this house than I. Neither hath he kept back anything.
Come on.
But thee, because thou art his wife.
Come over here and tell the story.
Great wickedness and sin against God. It came to pass.
What you got there, Downey?
Lots of babies.
What you got?
Babies.
You Papa's baby girl. Thank you for these babies.
Papa.
Get over in the chair. You can't tell a story and play basketball at the same time. Get closer so I can hear you, because the camera will just pick up a piece of it. That's Downey's babies. Look at all these babies. Where's your green baby? Where's your other baby? Where's your baby? Where's your green baby? Find your green babies.
They're going.
No, they're not going.
They're
Spake unto him according to these words, saying, The Hebrew servant which thou hast brought unto us came in unto me.
Jonathan, get over here to the chair so he can hear you.
Left my voice and cried, that he left his
I'm
garments
just
with me and
trying
fled
out
out.
this invasion.
And it came to pass when his master heard the words of his wife which she spake unto him.
Oh, really?
saying,
Oh,
This
this
man
is
is thy
boring,
servant to me.
boring.
But his wrath
Did you like your Popeye's chicken?
Joseph's master took him and put him into the prison, a place where the Hebrew prisoners were bound. And he was there in the
Mama, she's got another little baby that's green.
Right back.
He showed him mercy,
Right back.
and gave him faith in the sight of the people.
Let me see
I'll
it.
be right back.
Committed
All right.
to Joseph's hand all the prisoners that were in the prison.
Don't hurt yourself.
Whatsoever they did there, he was the doer of it. The keeper of the prison looked not to him.
Do it, do
The
it.
Lord was with him, and as he did, the Lord made it to prosper.
Uh-huh. Rinkus, gookus, mookus, gookus.
And it came to pass
That's the old McDonald had a
Okay, now to mention
and his
it,
baker had
I like
offended their Lord, the
3
king.
types of popsicles.
And Pharaoh was wroth against two of his officers, against the chief of the butlers and
And
against the
an
chief of the bakers.
I forgot about
Putting Lord in the house of
What
the
you
captain
doing, babe?
of the guard into the prison,
I'm putting
the place
shoes
where
on.
Joseph was.
Why? You ain't going nowhere.
The captain of the
So
guard
my
told
heel will
Joseph
quit hurting.
Oh, so it will quit hurting, you mean?
to deceive him.
Downey,
They dreamed a dream.
Downey.
These shoes have got excellent padding.
According to the interpretation of the dream.
On the
You believe it? Get over here, little fella.
Found in the prison.
You can't tell a story.
In the morning, and looked
Put your
upon
foot
them,
in
and
there.
behold, they were sad. And he
your
asked
foot in there,
Pharaoh's
Jonathan.
officers that were with him in the ward of his lord's house.
You got to show me your latest story, Jonathan.
And they
Hey,
said
Nana,
unto
could
him,
you hold this for
We
me?
have dreamed a dream,
It'll
and
be
there is no
it'll be
interpreter of it.
fine right there.
And Joseph said unto them, Do not interpretations belong to God? Tell me them, I pray. And the
got
chief butler
this
told the
toy
dream to
with
Joseph, and said to him,
You better hurry, because Papa ain't got much
Behold,
time.
A vine was before me, and in the vine were 3 branches, and it was as though it budded, and her blossoms.
Sit down, move that thing out.
And the clusters
Okay, that's
around
good enough.
brought
If you can
forth
sit on the
ripe
floor.
grapes. Pharaoh's cup was in my hand.
Okay,
I took
tell
the
me.
grapes and pressed them into Pharaoh's cup.
Tell Papa a good story.
Pharaoh's hand. Joseph said unto him, This is the interpretation of it.
She had a little
The 3
bitty.
branches,
She had one that was
yet within 3
looked
days,
sort of like this,
shall
like
Pharaoh
here,
lift up
on
thy
his green.
Yeah,
and restore
she
thee
has a
unto thy
frog
place.
like that.
Where is it?
And thou shalt deliver Pharaoh's
It's
cup
either
into
in the
his
bed
hand,
or among the
not to
ones
perform
she
it.
brought.
You better get over here, because I can't see you.
But think on
Move
it,
that.
and it shall be well with thee.
Move
Shall
that thing
come
up. Okay.
unto me, and make mention of me unto Pharaoh, and bring me out of this house. For indeed, I was stolen away out of the land of the
This
Hebrews.
is Jonathan
And
speaking.
here also have I done
Another
nothing
great
that they should put
story
me to death.
at this Live Oak Elementary
When
School.
the chief baker saw that the interpretation was good, he said unto Joseph, I also was in my dream, and
Sorry, it's
behold,
just
I
I have
have 3
a
white
Hurry
vines
up.
on
And
my head.
starring
And in
John.
the uppermost basket there was a whole
Hello,
manner of
everybody.
baked meats for Pharaoh.
I'm at
The
school
birds
today.
did
I've
eat
been
them out of the basket upon my head.
Here's my sister again,
And
but
Joseph answered and said,
at my school a couple of days ago,
The 3
I've been
baskets are
learning
3 days.
stuff, and I
Yet
haven't
within
been
3 days
able to
shall
tell you.
Pharaoh lift up thy head
Tell
from
me.
off thee, and shall hang
But
thee
now
on
I
a
have a
tree.
chance.
The birds
Cool.
shall eat thy flesh from off.
Here's one in now.
Just don't move.
It came to pass the 3rd day, which was
Got
Pharaoh's
you close up.
birthday, that he made a feast unto all his
Down,
servants.
you gonna get
He
Papa
lifted up
keys.
the head of the chief butler and of
Starring
the
in
chief
math.
baker among his
Don't
servants.
fall.
About
He
triangles.
restored the chief butler unto his
Triangles
office again,
in
and
math?
gave the cup into
In
Pharaoh's
math.
hand.